Live from the court to the culture.
Welcome everybody, Court and Culture. You here live with y'all hosts. It's gonna be Khalil G.
Yes, sir. What's the word, Big Bird?
Ain't much, can't call it.
Another day, another dollar.
75 cents after taxes, my friend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We here.
We here, guys. But don't forget, like every other week, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate it. But Khalil, I want to ask you a quick question, bro.
What's that, man?
Did you ever get to participate in bring a kid to work day with your mom?
What? Heck yeah. Hell yeah, bro.
How was that?
I ain't gonna lie to you. It was actually kind of fun because first of all, my mom, she was a school teacher. I mean, so that was something that's pretty cool. I don't know if you as a kid ever liked the fact, like, for me, my mom being a school teacher, what I used to always do is go to school with her, and it kind of seemed like I was like the teacher's pet, if you will, or teacher's assistant. So it was kind of like seeing behind the scenes what teachers were doing, and as if, obviously, I'm a student too myself. So a lot of times I kind of feel like I had the upper hand on teachers when I was in the classroom. I kind of see them do certain things. I'd be like, nah, my mom's a teacher. That's not how you're supposed to do it. So,
you would reference it?
oh yeah, I was a smart ass, 100%. But hey man, I was up. Because at the end of the day, when it came to like test, how to take the test, when it came to schedules and shit that teachers came up with, or like certain like lesson plans, like why they had to do certain things, like all that shit, I feel like I had like the cheat code to in a sense. So yeah, I used to love that shit. And plus, I go in the classrooms, and at times she was elementary, so I was like in middle school. So I was a big kid in a sense. And I'd be in the class and there'd be some, I ain't gonna lie, them elementary school kids, I don't know if I was that bad, but dog, they was rough.
Really?
They was rough, dude.
Like
I'm talking about.
Like toward the teachers or just general?
Yeah, like my mom, first of all, my mom, she's a Caribbean woman, Jamaican woman, so she don't play that shit. Like when she says something, she mean it. And as a kid, see my mom as a teacher was always kind of scary because I knew her as mom, like, you can get away with certain things.
You know where that level that she was about to smack someone?
Exactly.
But you saw her restrain herself in her profession?
No, there was no restraint. That's the point that I'm getting at. She's a Caribbean woman as a teacher.
She was slapping people?
She wasn't playing that shit. I've seen my mother one time. Allegedly. Like when teacher asks you a question and then someone else in the class answers the question and they're like, yo, I wasn't talking to you. So one time she's asking the student a question and the student goes and doesn't answer. Another student answers and she's like, oh, okay. I forgot what the student's name was. It doesn't matter. But she's like, oh, okay. Well, since you answered the question, you're going to now be student number one. Essentially the person's name and number one. And then since you're answering it for her, you're gonna be student number two. So she went and wrote on the kid's forehead, student number two. Since you're always answering for student number one. I was like, Mom, you did not do that. And she's like, yeah, why not? I'm like, well, because I'm sure that kid's gonna go home and I mean, you kind of, and the parent probably gonna come to school. So what happened? And she was like, the parent was like, thank you so much because he has a habit of always answering when not spoken to.
I was just gonna say that.
I was like,
my mom used to encourage the teacher, hey, and I was a good ass kid. I was a quiet, never disrupted, barely participated. That's how quiet I was. And my mom would come to parent teacher conference and be like, look, I'm not gonna ask you how he did, okay? I just want you, I want to give you the confidence that if he gets out of line, because I know him, and I'm there standing like,
oh shit.
If he gets out of line, slap the shit out of him. If you slap him on the right side, he's going to feel it. He's going to feel it.
On the right side, not the left.
Slap him on the right side. Make sure you bang his eardrums in.
God.
Okay? That's how my mom was. So when you said that about parents saying, like, I know how my child is, and thank you for disciplining him, is something that my mom would love. Today's parents, like my son's mom, she's going to school.
Yeah.
She is going, listen, bro.
Yeah, you can't do that. You probably get on a flight, yeah.
Bro, my son didn't go to summer camp this year. And something happened in summer camp. My son was not at summer camp. Somehow his mom was involved in the problem that happened at summer camp. Like meaning like she didn't like how a kid was treated or something. So now, since she didn't have a dog in the fight, because her child's in a different state, she decided to pick another kid to defend.
Where basketball meets culture. Every opinion is up for debate. Don't just watch the game, join the conversation. Subscribe to Court and Culture today.
They're bear. Instincts kicked in, I guess.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
So my experience, though, as far as bringing your kid to work, well, my mom bringing me to work,
Yeah.
that wasn't a thing, big dog.
What?
No, my mom worked at the NYPD.
As
For
well.
those of you that don't know, that's New York.
Police department.
Yes, sir. And if I was seen anywhere near a precinct, I wasn't going to be able to hang out with my friends.
I don't think your friends wanted to hang out with you more so.
Exactly. So no, I didn't make that. I didn't do that. My mom offered it a few times.
Hey, bring your friends down. Why don't they show up? Come on.
They even one time they even say, "Hey, Jeremy, why do you got a criminal justice degree? Why don't you come into the force? Come on, man, we need you. You're healthy." No, absolutely not.
It's funny. My father actually went to school for criminal justice as well.
Yeah, I would lose all my friends.
I wonder if that's like a New York thing, really. They all want to go to school for criminal justice.
Well, it's honestly, I'll be honest with you, it was the easiest course in college. Because I was already a criminal.
That tells me so many things.
I already had one half of the curriculum.
Not about you. That tells me so many things about like just the criminal and the law world that work hand in hand. Let's I'm gonna let y'all know that. But anyways, back to the school thing, man. Like it is crazy though. I'm kind of glad you asked me about school, bring your kid to work day, because things is different now, dog. Like, you know, right now we obviously got kids going back to school. We in that season. Everyone's, you know, buying their supplies, everyone's getting everything that they need for school, getting the paper, getting the notebooks, composition notebooks. I remember I used to go back to school, we had a whole list of things teachers used to give us. The Elmer's glue, the Sharpies, the crayon, all this shit. Tissue boxes bring into class because, you know, everyone bring it in case we need tissues. So we had like 20 students bringing in boxes of tissues that was supposed to last us the whole entire classroom year type shit. Like, things like that, they don't do no more. Now it's like you get a list and it's like you got to be in a certain tax bracket to get what's on this list. I'm talking about, we're going to need a 3-in-1 laptop. Start off with, it has to be touchscreen because it just makes more sense. We want the kids to feel like they're actually into the screen. Then on top of the 3-in-1, we also need them to have a phone number, but for only at school. Yeah. All right, not for their friends to use, only for us so we can communicate to them when to get things done. All right, and then we're gonna need you to sign up for the school membership, the subscription, because every month we need to take money out. That's to help fund the school. Yeah, like that's what it is now, bro.
I thought taxpayers paid for that.
It's different now. It's different having your kids go to school now. The amount that you have to now spend for kids to go to school is insane. And now the shit that you do spend almost don't even last more than a month. Yeah. It don't make sense. I mean,
I don't see.
Before we used to have tax-free weekend, for example. Now I'm hearing they got tax-free month. Dog, what?
What the hell is tax-free? What do you mean tax-free?
So back to school every now and every year, when kids go back to school, they have a back-to-school weekend where things are on sale, and they have a tax-free weekend where all things for school supplies are tax-free.
Interesting. So you get to control when you want to impose taxes.
We're gonna get to that.
That's
now they got tax-free months. So anything that's school supplies related, like books, paper, construction paper, glue, crayons.
Or are they literally, when you go to check out, it's no taxes?
If it says $2.99, you pay in $2.99.
Okay. That means taxes are included. That's exactly what that means.
So it's just crazy now. Like how is it, bro? It's changed, dog. Like school ain't the same no more. It's definitely an ideal business.
Yeah, school is like how we were talking about earlier about health insurance. It's more of you're a customer and less of a patient. Kids, I mean, I wouldn't say as bad as the medical industry, but because teachers do care, and I think that's the one product in the equation that doesn't allow it to be a full-blown business. If teachers did not care for the kids or kids' education, it would literally be an equivalent to the medical industry. Because it would be like, I don't give a fuck whether your child passes or fail. And on top of that, I need my money.
Well, to be honest with you, what's to say that it isn't sometimes? Because, you know...
I think aren't they incentivized to make sure that kids pass?
That's exactly the point I make.
Yeah.
Well, now if I'm incentivized that if my student that I'm teaching now doesn't pass, I'm critiqued based upon that. Now, if the student has be an average or a D student, now if he doesn't move up, now I get looked at, I get reviewed like, hey, what's going on? Why are these students not moving up? You taught them for this amount of months.
Yeah.
Why haven't they moved up now? We might have to
we
write you up,
yeah,
and maybe move you to another school, or maybe move you to a different position. Maybe you got to teach a different grade. I know you're doing 4th grade right now. It might be a little bit too advanced for you. Maybe we put you in the 2nd grade instead, where they don't do testing.
Kid psychology is pretty crazy.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that. Now you can flip it around, and now you have those teachers that, let's say younger, because I don't think the older teachers are doing it. When I say older, I'm talking about 50s and up, 55 and up specifically. But maybe the younger teachers, they know the game, you know? They know when they come in, they have a set salary. You know, they already paid at the same level where the tenured people are, because there's no tenure anymore, as from my knowledge. But now they come in, and it's like, all right, cool. Well, now you're telling me that in order for me to get like a better review, I just got to pass these students?
You just pass them. Cool. You just help them get
No
past.
problem. Hey guys, 2 + 2, remember? What is it? No, Johnny, not 5. 4. There you go. You got it.
I remember that.
You got it.
When I went to school too, I mean, shout out to my teachers. I think statute of limitation has passed for you guys, so I can go ahead and talk on this story. I think I would have failed every single test, every single exam in high school had it not been for multiple, if not all, of my teachers giving me answers in some of the tests. Like I went to school every single day, never missed a day of school, but these teachers would see me struggling, and I wasn't one of those kids that got extra time. So they'll know by, like, you know, they would walk around the room and they're like, we got 20 minutes left, and I'm still on page 2 out of 5.
I used to hate the timer, bro.
They'll go and be like, Jeremy, what's wrong? What don't you understand? And I'm like, this question right here, I just don't understand it. They're like, process of elimination, Jeremy. Do you think that this is the answer? Very low key too. No, I don't think so. Good, so we can cross that one out. And we get to where
you get that confidence, like, well, the teacher said this can't be it, so all right, it's not that one. Which one next, Mr. or Mrs.?
it got to the point to where they would just give me the answers, bro.
But no, that's what it was. But you felt comfortable though, you know. Obviously now, exactly, you felt they were looking out for you. They were really helping you out. That's different. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about 2 + 2.
But they were doing it though because if I failed as a good kid who showed up to school every day and wasn't disruptive, it would really look like you wasn't paying attention to that kid. Like, he's not a bad kid. Why is he not passing? And so they didn't realize I was just dumb, but that's besides the point, man. Teachers got it crazy, man.
Yeah, for sure. It ain't easy being a teacher right now. But yo, shout out to all the kids right now, all the parents, new parents, old parents. You into the next year. Hey, you made it another year. Welcome. You're here. Back to school, tax-free month now. So hey,
run it back.
Run it up.
Run it back.
Make sure you do it. But hey, listen to your parents, kids, and kids. Yeah. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
I don't think we have many kids watching. Teenagers.
Teenagers. Hey, parents. Listen to your teachers.
I check too. We don't come out on kids YouTube.
Yo, do parents actually still go to like parent-teacher conferences? They still do that?
I've never been to one.
Is that a lost cause now? Like, you know, well, obviously for you it's a little different because you're a little distant from where your son is. So
yeah, but I mean, I could fly over there. I just decided not to go because.
Okay, yes, we get it. Obviously, yeah, you could fly over there, but it's probably not the ideal for most people to just fly out to obviously go and do a parent-teacher conference.
My mom would have drove in. You crazy? Yo, my mom was insane about school. Still is, but me, no. I think parents do go, but they don't go with the same intentions parents used to go. I think we're first-generation Americans. And being first-generation Americans, what happens is our parents, being immigrants, they have like this on top, like a helicopter mom syndrome, where they're like, I need to make sure that my child does not go play with dirt like I did. Like I had to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to make sure
I bet your immune system is amazing.
Yeah, I need to make sure my son doesn't go milk cows and like go cut grass or something. So I need to make sure he's doing good in school. So I think that's where that comes from, being that my son is now 2nd generation. And as we keep going into the generations of Americans, we're more laid back in understanding that no matter how much you jump on your kid and like try to make them like go to parent teacher conference and then take the feedback and apply the feedback, and they're gonna do what they want. They're gonna be who they are. You almost have to like wait till they get the mental capacity to understand. And that's really almost when parenting really comes. Everything else is guidance.
That's
Everything else is, hey, I think we should do this. And yeah, today's generation, I don't know, parents don't really attend.
You gotta be involved with the kids, man. That's all. That's all I can say. I mean, I don't have kids myself, but one thing I can tell you from the perspective of what teachers, because my mother being a teacher, parents gotta be involved. And I'm not talking about involved with just dropping off and picking up on time and asking like, "Hey, how was school?" That's part of it. Part of it is also like going through the motions. You know, sitting down doing homework with them. You know, one of the things about I've picked up on is when you're a parent, is like you kind of have to go to school again all over. Because when they come home and they got homework that maybe they don't understand, you best believe you're going to need to help them.
My son has come home with some homeworks that I don't remember ever taking.
Yeah, and it gets those wheels turning again, almost like.
There are, again, 9 years old when he went to school last year, and they were dead ass. There were times we would call me, Dad, I need help with my homework.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, I need help with your homework. Like,
but it's the truth though. It's just basic things that we just, if you don't use it,
bro,
you lose it.
I do not remember doing algebra at 9 years old.
A lot of things I don't
X equals
remember.
Y squared. Like, bro, I do not remember at 9 years old.
That's like me with long division. I promise you, I'm sure I probably studied it, but I don't know if it's from the transition from moving from from New York to Florida, where I feel like I just skip long division because I don't remember how the hell to do long division.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
See my point?
I divide in halves or quarters or fulls.
Yeah, see, what you saying right now is like a foreign language. You do what?
Like 100 divided by 2, 50. That's it. That's how I divide. Don't give me 200 divided by 55.2.
Yeah, that's the wild right there.
Because, yeah, no, I'm not doing that math.
But the point we make on that is, yeah, man, it's as a parent, get involved with the kid, and it is going to require you to get those wheels turning. You're going to have to remember how to do basic math and even more advanced math, because the shit that we learned back in middle school, damn near high school, they learned in elementary.
Yeah, get a tutor if you don't understand.
Yeah, and don't be ashamed if you got to get your kid a tutor, because trust me when I say you're going to want your kid to learn something, because when you old and shrivelly, I'm sure you're going to want your kid to understand how to apply the right amount of medication. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Put milliliters.
I'm just saying. They need to know how much the difference is between milliliters and meters, okay? I'm just saying, all right?
You give you a whole liter of ibuprofen.
So you can sit there and be like, no, get your homework done and don't help. Just remember, 50 years from now.
You're going to need them.
When you... Hey, can you get me some water? Okay, and they fill up bleach instead of water? Like, all right, I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's funny.
But yo, what's up lately, man? We here for basketball, and I guess the NBA is here for basketball too, but that's not the only thing they're here for. They're here for the WNBA too.
WNBA is on fire right now.
Bro, they got new prospects gonna be chipping in. Enes Kanter. He recently said that he's gonna be going to put in the. I'm sorry. Rerun that. Enes Kanter. She recently came out and said that she's going to be identifying as a woman now, going forward as a trans woman, I believe she said, and going to be entering the league.
They literally saw the rules of the WNBA and they're like, bend it.
Yeah, man.
Bend it.
So be on the lookout, guys. We are going to see a whole new era.
Didn't he put a wig on? Or like, what did he do with his hair? I literally saw him the other day with long hair, and he didn't have a dress on. Thank the Lord. Because I think this is more of a political thing than it is like real about him being a trans or everything like that. I don't believe he's even gay. I
don't even know what he is.
All right, let's take a wig.
Sorry.
You know what it is? I actually did look up Kanter. He's deep in politics.
Didn't he also change his name too? Is his name really Enes Kanter anymore?
No, his name is Enes Kanter, but there's a middle name now. Like you know how Meta World Peace? Same thing, very similar.
Yeah, he did something. I forgot what he did, but that does not important.
He's very political, so I think that he's doing this to prove a point.
I bring
about
this
why
up.
we're pushing this transgender thing
Yeah.
and transgender equal opportunity thing, which again, I am not educated enough to be able to speak on it.
Same.
But what I would say is the pendulum swings, right? And people tend to grab things and go on different ends of the spectrum of polarity. So if you guys open the gate of transgender and then you look at the rules of the WNBA and see the lack of it, you're going to have people like Ernest Cantor take advantage of it and be the other side of that polarity. So I think that that's what he's doing. I don't believe that he is serious about being transgender. I think he is serious about finding the loophole to get into the WNBA, though.
It's just, I think it's just insane, honestly, right now. And hear me out. I say insane, and I'm using it very carefully, just because we got, NBA, obviously men play NBA, and then you got WNBA, Women's National Basketball Association, so women are playing. But now recently what's been going on is we've been seeing a couple of old NBA players or current. I don't know if there's anyone current that said anything, but we were seeing NBA players come out and said they're going to go ahead into the WNBA because now they're reporting as a woman, especially apparently. This all came out because I'm assuming, I was reading about someone who recently did a transition to now being a woman, now wants to go and enter women's sports. Look, it's a fine line, man. I'm not here to tell you what yes or no, because that's not, hey, that ain't me. I'm gonna have my own opinion, and I'm not here to share that opinion. But I am going to say, if we now enter the world of, all right, I just got to claim that I am what I am based upon, because this is what I say I want to be. Well, how is sports going to work now? Or are we going to start now saying, women can just start playing football, for example, or men can do things like, I don't know, netball, or it's just, we gotta stop doing this.
I think we're fighting the evil with the wrong weapon.
Yeah, we got
this whole idea that if you can't beat them, join them. Or I think it's revelating itself.
I don't even think this is inclusion anymore at this point, honestly. I can't even say like this is inclusion. This is more so like someone trying to say that they could. This is like in UFC where someone goes from one class to another class. They cut weight. They're trying to make it the same. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't just cut it off and say, all right, now I'm gonna. You can't do that.
Keep it and say I identify as.
Yeah, we can't. We gotta stop doing that.
Yeah, that's a create. Cantor might be onto something.
We gotta stop doing that, because if we start doing this,
the girls he's gonna be getting into.
If we start doing this, what's gonna stop people from just saying, "Hey, look, I identify."
Get the whole WNBA pregnant.
What's gonna stop people from saying, "I identify now as a woman. I want to go to the women's bathroom."
See, that's
see
what we
now, and don't forget.
At that point, then I need you to create a children's bathroom.
That's the point that I was getting to. That's exactly the point that I was getting to, because women's bathroom, men's bathroom, it's not just for adults. There's children that go in there too. Now, how you're a kid, I'm 7, 8 years old, and I see a grown, I'm a girl. I see a grown ass man that I would say has a beard or whatever walk into the bathroom, and I'm here with my parent, and I'm like, Mom, Dad, like, that's a guy. Why are they? So you know what I'm saying? Like, it may not paint the right picture for kids. And I just think of it for the sake of the kids, like, maybe we should probably not join this team on that one.
Yeah, I think.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe not join this bandwagon.
For the sanity of the future.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we do care about, and I'm not talking about just as kids, I'm talking about as us human beings, the race of people. Because 50 years from now, 60, 70, 100 years from now, when we all, dead, moved on, new next generation comes in, like, it's going to be very confusing. Very confusing. I don't even think we're going to have labels as far as like bathroom, women's and men. It's just going to be a dot.
Could you imagine a kid growing up to see Ernest Cantor play in the WNBA? He's literally like first time watching basketball. And it's like a guy playing in the WNBA. And he doesn't understand that he's not supposed to do that.
They're developing.
And then they're like, oh, this is normal. And as generations pass by, they make it normal. And next thing you know, 50 years from now, we have a multi, like,
A whole generation.
Yeah, and it's like girls and boys playing in the league.
And now if we're gonna say, all right, we're gonna have like a mixed league. All right, cool, mixed league in a sense where like you are actually a woman and you are actually a man, and you do a mixed league.
And y'all signed up to play in a mixed league.
In a mixed league, that makes sense. If you want to do that, then do that. But now we're doing transformations to play in a different gender sport. That's a fine line. I'm not here to speak on it, but that's all I'm gonna say. It's a fine line.
Yeah, I just
think of the kids.
You're gonna open a Pandora's box.
Yeah.
Again, you're thinking for yourself. You're thinking now. You're thinking today. You're not thinking what this is going to do 20, 30, 40 years from now.
And if anything, maybe that's like what we just mentioned. Maybe leaning on that. Maybe not try and say, all right, now I want to enter women's sports, or now, you know, a woman wants to enter a man's sport. Maybe instead create a whole new league.
Yeah.
Instead, make it a mixed league. Now you can compete, women and men can compete. And if you are both, whatever you want to say, you can compete in that particular league.
Or if you're trying to prove a point, debate it from the outside.
Yeah.
Don't go into the league to prove your point.
Yeah, probably. Again, we don't know if this is a joke or if this is for real, but if it's for real, we taking it for real. And yeah, I probably wouldn't go about that.
He's been online a few times.
Yeah.
I think it's for real.
And I've been seeing a wave of these players coming out saying, hey, yeah, well, you know, I'm going to go ahead and declare for the WNBA.
Ben Simmons should be the only player that declares for the WNBA. He should be the only man that could be allowed to play in the WNBA without even a transition. Ben Simmons, that bum-ass guy.
Anyways.
I'm going to get sued by Ben Simmons one day.
Lord have mercy. So, speaking of, you know, old basketball players, or I won't say old, but I guess ex-basketball players, we do have one right now that is considered now a former basketball player. And I'm talking about Russell Westbrook. Damn. Yes, Russell Westbrook officially announcing his retirement after 18 seasons via social media, narrated by Michael B. Jordan, of course. He actually broke it down, legacy, you know, as being the 2017 MVP, all-time triple-double leader, and his overall impact on the game. For me personally, because, you know, we've been on this show before. We've talked about Russell Westbrook, and, you know, obviously...
I was just going to ask you think he watched some of our videos, bro?
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's gone through his feeds. If so, we hope so. I mean, hey, anything we say, anything out of malice, this is just, you know, what we feel.
We've been pretty tough on...
But we've been tough on Russell Westbrook, and I ain't gonna lie, with this retirement, me, myself, as a basketball fan, and even as a Westbrook fan, because I always like playing with Westbrook in 2K, and I always refer to that because that's the closest thing we got to basketball anyways. But seeing him now retiring... it kind of sucks. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. It sucks, dog, because, like, obviously, yeah, we get it. He wasn't Russell Westbrook like he was back in the day, triple-double king, you know, putting up those numbers, or even a double-double king in a sense. Like, we didn't see that later on in his career. And obviously, yes, he did that weird number change with the Kings, got number 18 to obviously talk about his 18th season. But, again, didn't really put up, you know, spectacular numbers, but... at the same time, I would have loved to see him go to another team, maybe not start, but come off the bench. Because Russell Westbrook off the bench, I feel like is a problem. I feel like that's something that you can definitely put. I thought he would have probably gone over to maybe Miami Heat, ran with the Giannis and over there with Bam, or hell, I don't know what other team there could have been, but I figured he could have at least gone to a team that gave him some type of minutes. But I guess NBA was like, nah.
I mean, the biggest thing is, I think we have to start talking about this, is players as they get older and they get towards the end of their career, they have to start at some point learning to transition to be a role player or come off the bench. We see this many times. It's like no matter how great you are or were at one point of your career, there's always a decline. You saw it with Kobe Bryant. Like, his last few seasons were nasty. Like, they were not fun to look at.
Yeah, injuries.
And same thing with, like, many other players, with the exception of, like, Dirk, who finally won it towards the end of his career.
T-Mac.
Yeah, there's such a huge decline, and I don't think players are accepting the decline.
Hell, Brandon Roy.
To the point to where they're like, hey, where can I contribute the most and still have longevity in this game? And ego gets in the way. Main character syndrome. A lot of these players, Russell Westbrook, he has a main character syndrome where
Melo had it too.
Huh?
Melo had it too.
Melo too. If you bring him off the bench, not only is he thinking, why am I coming off the bench? But there might be fans in his DMs like, yo, that's not fair. Like, you should be starting.
True.
And now getting into Russell Westbrook's head. So these players need to start accepting their age. Father time, you know, that doesn't forgive nobody. And I think that's what it is, bro. They're not.
I would have wanted to see him go to another team, though. I mean, Father Time or not, like it would have been nice to at least seen Russell Westbrook go to a team or like I'm noticing this trend. We're not seeing these great players, and yes, that's what he was. He was a great player. Let's not forget MVP once before. But we're seeing these great players now not even doing their farewell tour anymore. Like, when's the last player you saw do a farewell tour?
Kobe Bryant.
You know what I'm saying? Like CP3 went out in a nasty way.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook, obviously blackballed by the NBA. I don't care what you guys think. That's obviously what happened there because he wasn't one of those NBA players that, okay, he went out with injury, so he wasn't healthy. Like, he relatively was healthy. He would put the numbers up, but the NBA they were like, yo, he's not a player that's good to work with, essentially. And then you say that in the league at the age that he is, of course now he's going to retire because he ain't not no worth and he's not about to go over to overseas. Come on now, that don't make no sense.
His family.
You know what I'm saying? He's not about to do that. So it just sucks to see these players now that have this legacy that have done these things for nostalgic reasons in the past, but now see that they don't even get a farewell tour or even get to go back to a team that they started with.
Hall of Famers at that too.
Yeah, it's disgusting in my personal opinion. Like, yo, shout out to Russell Westbrook. Hopefully, you know, he gets some form of retirement. I wonder, do they retire his jersey number? Not too many number zeros out there.
Yeah, but in my opinion, he had a very reflective career than Gilbert Arenas. And did you retire Gilbert Arenas jersey?
No, but I mean, he did put up triple-double for Washington Wizards when he was on that team, so one could argue he could potentially get retired from the Wizards. But maybe, maybe not. But I mean, if there was any retirement jersey coming, it'd most likely be
Have the Wizards ever retired a jersey?
Yeah, what's his name? I think Elmore, I think his last name is. And also Wes Unseld.
Okay. And then obviously everyone else who is league-wide, like those numbers, I think number 6 is one of them.
Yeah, but no one from the current Wizards team, I believe. I believe that's back when they were, like we mentioned before on previous podcasts, when they had many names.
Yeah, but let us know what y'all think. I think Russell Westbrook deserves his jersey retired.
And also let us know, like, what's up with these players not being able to get a farewell tour? Is that, like, a thing of the past now? Like, if you ain't got worth, do you just kind of, like, move on and keep it going? Is that what we're doing now?
No.
Lastly, well, no, I'm lying, not lastly. There's more to come. So, yo, Lakers ownership recently now, they switched it up. Recently got traded, or not traded, but they got bought out again. This time for $12 billion. This will be the team that now got purchased again within 18 months. So the only question I have now, man, it seems like Los Angeles is all over the place because the Clippers is in that too with the money ties and all that, but that's a different story. But what's up with the Lakers, dog? Once a prestigious franchise, known for obviously Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, all the rings they've had, Magic Johnson, you know the players, you can go down the names, but it doesn't seem like the Lakers have been very prestigious lately. Even after picking up a Luka Doncic and now having a new ownership within 18-month span, $12 billion. Previous person made $2 billion extra because they sold for 10 originally.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of things in the news. I think so. Something that came up was the owner that before selling right now, very recent, the one that purchased it last year or 18 months ago, he is now under investigation by the FBI. Yeah. So because of that,
here we go.
The league, I believe, you can't be under investigation and then be
Sell
a
your
league
shit.
owner. Yeah.
Sell your shit.
Sell your shit.
Sell your shit. We don't do business for criminals is basically what they're trying to tell you. Sell your shit.
Yep.
Period. All right. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. Sell your shit. Period.
So that's what I believe happened there. Also the Lakers organization as a whole, this is not the time to buy it. Well, actually it might be as far as it being at an all-time low, but the Lakers organization, you know, they
got WBS now. White boy squad.
Yeah, but I'm saying as far as like when was the last championship?
Oh.
The bubble.
Yeah,
so because of that, I think that this is the right time to buy, but I don't know if it's the right atmosphere with everything going on as far as in LA. Like you said, the Clippers separating.
I guess for them, they kind of feel like it's a new era, the post-LeBron era, which I was talking to my friend the other day, and I was like, yo, Lakers or Minnesota, like, which one do you think is a better team? And he's like, Lakers, dog? Like, talking about Lakers post-LeBron, like, they about to be buns. They about to be cheeks.
No one's considering Luka.
And I'm like, and it's crazy. That's my point. Is like, yo, and we had this conversation not too long ago about the Jason Kidd's legacy and against Luka. And you proved me wrong when it came to certain things. Like, he's just not there yet. But are we really saying that now Luka the Don and the Lakers, with everything that's been going on with them, that they can't do anything? That's crazy to think. I mean, we were just seeing Luka Doncic in the finals for Dallas.
Right.
They obviously lost. Now it's what we can't give no type of love to Luka now. That team just seems like they falling through the cracks. Pick up Walker Kessler, got Austin Reeves. You remember Austin Reeves? He went on fire. Everyone was all behind AR-15, but now it's like, nah, I ain't got LeBron. They ain't doing nothing. Like, damn, really? It's crazy.
I think the Lakers are going to go through, specifically Luka and AR, they're going to go through a lot of pressure this upcoming season.
They don't got defense. That's what point blank period it is. They need defense.
They're going to have to just hoop.
They gonna have to
forget about what they don't have.
But I think right now we are not in the time where this era where we can just outscore teams. Like, you need to have some form of defense.
Yeah.
Because Luka, you can score all day, drop 60, 70, 80, hell, break Will Chamberlain's record and do 101 for crying out loud. Cool. But if you don't got defense on your team, it ain't gonna do nothing for you.
Yeah. And we all know Luka. That boy ain't running for nothing.
Yeah, he ain't running for nothing at all. Maybe,
I don't know. Lakers seem to be in a real sticky situation, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think right now, and my boy was right. Yeah, Lakers, no defense. Luka hasn't really shown to be able to lead this particular this Lakers team. So this may not be it. You know, Luka and the Lakers might have to skip this year again. Because I honestly, you're in the West. You got Spurs, you got OKC, hell, you even got Denver Nuggets. There are good teams out there. I don't think Luka and the Lakers compete with that. But hey, hopefully they're able to shut us up and prove us wrong. But I can tell you right now, the dynamic trio of Walker, Kessler, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic, he ain't got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not there. Nah, it's not there at all. But yo, I was speaking about Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball. Recently, I just seen that they had a trip that they went out to. They paid for the team to go practice over in France, Rudy Gobert's hometown, home country. We remember the last team that went on a little trip. They won a championship. I'm talking about the New York Knicks, baby. By the way, I got my hat in. Let's go. Shout out Knicks in 5. But yo, the last team that went on the trip was the Knicks. They won a championship. Could this be the energy that they need to potentially do something in the West? They got LaMelo Ball now. Don't got Naz Reid. Don't got Julius Randle. Is LaMelo Ball the answer? This chemistry that they got going on, off-season workout, now flying over to France. Do you think this team is gonna be top 6?
Top six
Championship at all?
Top 6 potentially. Championship is tough in the West when you have the Spurs, you have OKC, you still have Denver lingering with Jokic, who's annoying, and you have all the other teams. But I would say top 6 for sure. To answer your first question, like as far as is this trip going to be a contribution to their season, just like it did for the Knicks? I don't believe it's going to be the exact same type of effect because the Knicks did go on that trip, but they did have prior chemistry. We're talking decades of chemistry, right? Maybe up to a decade. We're talking about Jalen Brunson playing with these players since college.
Okay.
And so just having 3 people that are almost like blood brothers on a team allows for the chemistry to spread. And yeah, you take a trip to wherever you want, have team chemistry. Those 3 guys influence the rest of the team. What you guys did in the T-Wolves is try to, pretty much copy what the Knicks did, but it might not reflect the same because you guys have no prior history together. Like, all different ages, as far as Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball being the youngest, but Rudy being the oldest, and then having the rest of the team in between.
Yeah, Ayo Sumo, young guy, but Jaden McDaniels. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I don't think it'll have the same effect as it did for the Knicks. But we'll see, bro. I still think that they're going to be competitors. I still think they're going to be in the way.
Let us know in the chat, though. I'm curious because we've talked about it before, but LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards, this new dynamic duo over in the Timberwolves, they're going to be the team that lead them to some potential championship, or is it going to be a bust for this team? All hype, gas, all gas, nothing at all. But we shall see on that. But yo, I got a question for you, G. What exactly makes a good meal to you? Home cooking or fancy dining? Like, what's your ultimate go-to meal? Like you out and about somewhere, or maybe like you at home, whatever the case is, and the first thing that comes to mind is like, yeah, this is what I want to eat. For me, for example, probably gonna be something Asian, so maybe some hibachi, or my second go-to, jerk chicken. What about you?
I mean, my first thought is IHOP.
Damn.
My first thought is IHOP, bro. It's because I go there every day.
Every day?
Every single day. Every day, bro. I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, some people go to Dunkin' every day, grab a bagel.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a good point.
So I mean, but if we're talking top tier, right? I don't like eating at home. Whether it's someone's house or at home in my own house, I just don't like eating at home as much
Okay.
as I prefer to go eat in a nice restaurant.
All right, so we nailed it down. IHOP is your go-to. What we getting from IHOP? What's the meal?
It's the same thing every single time. It's called the 2-2-2. 2 pancakes, 2 eggs, 2 bacons.
How we getting the eggs?
Sunny side up.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I actually have not ordered in almost a year. Because when I go, I just sit down.
Oh, damn.
They bring my food.
Oh, he's here.
Yep.
222.
At the parking lot, they see me.
At the parking lot, but by the time you do at the light, oh yeah, we see him at the corner.
He's about to just wait for him to turn. Yep.
All right, go ahead, place the order.
Come in here. Start it up.
Hey, nope, sit down. The usual seat? Yeah, my
No,
booth.
they actually tell me, like, sit wherever you want.
Oh, damn. Sit wherever you want?
Yeah.
Have you ever had the case where you went in there and was busy?
I don't go when it's busy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Saturdays and Sundays, I don't go.
So it's one of those things where they're like, we got a couple of yeah, it's a little packed in here.
If they have more than 3 customers, I'm not going in.
Damn, 3 customers?
3 customers.
Damn, 3 customers? We talking about IHOP, International House of Pancakes. Yeah. 3 customers in there, you ain't going in?
Because in today's day, most IHOPs are empty. So
really?
Yeah, during the week, especially during the week.
Yeah, I guess during the week.
So the weekend, Saturday.
People that go there is retired people.
Saturdays, yeah, no, those are my guys. Those are my guys, man. Don't get me started on them.
Yo, he be having full conversations. He's like, oh, hey.
Where do you think I get my wisdom from?
Judy, how you doing? How are the grandkids?
They say you got an old soul, Jeremy. I'm like, no, I pick it up. I pick it up from my house.
That man, he goes in there for his soap operas.
I go in there for wisdom. for some snacks and a good hour of wisdom right there. No, but Saturdays and Sundays are its most crowded days.
What are the Hispanics call the soap operas? What are they called?
Novelas.
No, you be going in there for those.
Novelas.
He gets his story time. Yo. That's why he's so gracious, y'all. He goes there and he just speaks to the elderly because don't nobody else want to, talk to them.
But no, one of my favorite restaurants to go to, especially if I'm bringing somebody there. First off, if I'm taking a girl on a date, she's going to IHOP. I need to see what her reaction is to my everyday meal. If she says, ew, we're going to IHOP, the date is over. Okay, we're not talking ever again. You go your way, I go my way.
I think I forgot who. It might have been you that told me this, but I know I've heard this before. But anytime you're taking any girl anywhere, and ladies, y'all can be mad at me if y'all want to, but this just proves my point. But anytime you taking first date any girl, take it to a place that you usually always go to. See how she responds when you go to that spot. If you go to a spot and it's just like a regular, let's say, I'm gonna go with, let's go Chili's. Let's throw Chili's out there. If you take her out to Chili's because you like Chili's and Chili's is your spot, and you go out there and she's just like, oh,
you like Chili's? Yeah.
That she ain't the one. Yeah. Just pack it up.
You're not changing her.
Done.
You're not changing her.
You know
that girl likes Ocean Prime and Ruth Chris.
Don't do the whole, oh yeah, I just want to go here, and you don't try and be all fancy and take her to someplace nice that you don't normally go. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to go, like he mentioned, go to Ocean Prime because you want to show out, and then next thing you know, you $250 in the check already, and that's just the appetizer.
And you got to do it now every single time.
Don't do that, because now later on, when you just want to go and do a regular McDonald's drive-thru, and she look at you and be like, well, we went to Ocean Prime last week. Right. You fucked up. Right. That's on you. Remember what I told you. You watch Court and Culture episode, where we at right now? Episode whatever it is. Remember what Khalil said. Do not take no girl on a first date to someplace fancy. You take it to a place that you always go.
If you go to McDonald's,
take her to McDonald's.
Take her to McDonald's. You need to see the reaction of how people, because the thing is, that's your reality. If you go to McDonald's every day, that's your reality. If you want to start talking to a girl and think that taking her to Ocean Prime is your reality, it's not your reality, bro.
You're already setting the bar extremely high. Now, the next place you go to, if it's not anything better to, I'm not talking about equal to, better. Because any place you take any woman, if it's not better than the last, they don't want to go.
Yeah. Learn how to be different, guys. different than the rest, man. Everybody's trying to like show out, show off.
Yeah, just be you.
You know, yeah, be different.
Just be you. And if the woman that you're talking to or the female that you're talking to don't want that, she don't want you, then you don't want them.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be okay with that.
Go where you're celebrated and not tolerated.
Exactly.
It comes in every aspect. You don't change for people, you change for yourself.
Exactly. And the only reason why we brought that up is the whole food thing, you know? Obviously the types of food that he likes, places that he's gonna go. If the woman that you going with don't want that, then that might not be the woman for you, you know? That may not be it. Like for me, Khalil wants himself a nice Caribbean woman, you know what I'm saying? I gotta have someone tied back to the roots. Somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? Because if I go and I eat food and I'm trying to have some, you know, something spicy and you look at me and you're like, oh, spicy food, and you start making jokes about it, best believe you paying the bill and I'm leaving. I'm kidding, I'm not doing that. I'll pay the bill and I'm leaving. You just figure out how you're gonna get home. But my point being, and why I bring it up, yo, New York recently had a Jamaica Day parade, dog.
I did see that. Was that the first?
I'm tight.
Was that the first one ever?
First one ever, dude.
And you missed it. First
one ever. It's crazy, bro. I lived in New York for damn near 12, almost close to 13 years. And not one time, even after I moved, did they ever have a Jamaica Day parade. They've always had a Dominican Day parade, Puerto Rican Day parade. They've had all these parades. I'm sure they probably even had an African Day parade. Fucking crying out loud. But Jamaica Day parade? Boss, let me tell you something right now. One thing about Jamaicans, if you put on a party, I got turn out. All right?
Yeah, it was turned.
Every time Jamaicans go someplace, you're gonna play reggae music and you say it's a day for us? Yo, I don't know if you know Jamaicans, but we are the best country in the world, all right? If you not understand what I tell you, we are the best country in the world. So no matter. So if you have a bunch of Jamaicans gathered in the area, you playing reggae music, bro, they was lit out there.
It was lit.
They was lit.
I was actually questioning where to get that many Jamaicans from.
Bro, we everywhere.
I didn't know there was that many.
I'll be honest with you, I would not be surprised. If we looked across, I can't say the whole U.S. I'm gonna just stick with the New York because I'm gonna get a little too crazy. People gonna chew my head off. But I would not be surprised if you looked at New York population and you looked at how many are Jamaicans. I would not be surprised if it's not at least anywhere between 30 to 40% New Yorkers are probably somewhat Jamaican or have Jamaican in them.
30 to 40%. That's a good observation. That's true.
Because just like you said, like, yo, I didn't think they had so many Jamaicans out there.
Most people are Caribbean, and if you're black and Caribbean, you're either from a few
islands. You got Jamaica, Haiti. Haiti maybe. You can throw Grenada in there. You can throw Belize, Trinidad. That's one too. People be forgetting, like, yeah, there's dark skinned Trinidad people out there, Trinis, like, you know what I'm saying. So like, but predominantly of those Caribbean islands, majority of them descend from Jamaica.
The largest island would be Jamaica.
You know, I want to say yes, it is.
Yeah.
And we have a saying too.
It would have been Haiti if
it was a full island.
Yeah.
You know,
if the Dominicans didn't go in there. Well, sorry. I mean, if Christopher Columbus didn't go in there.
Sorry. But yeah, Jamaica is a large island. I think they probably are the largest Caribbean island. I might be wrong for that. Sorry if I am. But
put it in the chat if you guys know of a bigger island.
Hey, and if you know, with Talawa. And you know if you're Jamaican. But anyways.
I didn't understand that one thing he said, but why one, my youth?
The word is lickle but with talawa. It's the saying that we have in Jamaica. Basically mean that we may be little, but we're mighty in a sense.
I get it.
So that's essentially that. But yeah, bro, shout out to New York, Jamaica Day Parade. Hopefully it's something that they do on a constant basis. Hell, hopefully they do this across different countries. Different states. Florida, shit, they got Carnival in South Florida and Miami, so shoot, maybe they do some Jamaican Day parade somewhere. Hey, shout out to Jamaica, bro. They had a hurricane not too long ago.
I won't miss it if it's here in Florida, for sure.
So, hey, I thought that was pretty cool. It's nice to see.
Why y'all throw paint, though? That I never understood.
That's not a Jamaican thing. That right there is, that's a soca. That's a carnival. That right there is, Carnival is more catered towards, Trinidad and Tobago, and then after that, we started having more Caribbean islands that partook in that. Okay. So Guyanese, Jamaicans, believe it or not, Jamaicans and soca music, Jamaicans did not like soca music.
Okay.
Growing up. Before soca, what we called it before was calypso music. Calypso was kind of soca before what soca is now. That music that when you feel like you're on a boat, Royal Caribbean, that kind of music. Not talking about dance hall like Bob Marley. That's reggae. That's different. But that's what happened originally. Is Trinidad and Tobago, they started with calypso, soca, then eventually all the other Caribbean islands kind of joined in. And now when you talk about carnival, you see multicultural. You even see people from Puerto Rico there, Dominican Republic. Yes. Like carnival has now, in some form way nowadays, turned into where all Caribbeans kind of come out and party. I wouldn't. There'd be some Americans that come out there too. They don't know the words, but they be going out there.
That paint stuff.
That's what concerns me, because that's when you start getting crazy.
That paint stuff. If you had to originate it from somewhere.
The paint that came from, I want to say it was Trinidad and Tobago, and also Guyana as well, because they do have a tradition where they do throw powdered paint. It's not actual paint.
That's what I mean, because it looked like smoke and paint.
It's like a smoke essentially. Powder is what it is essentially. But that's where it really originated from. Trinidad and Tobago, then Guyana, and then you have some countries like, for example, Grenada. They get wild and they do oil.
Oil.
Yes, oil. They do. One of these days we gonna do an episode where we talk about the Caribbean culture and the different festivities that they have. But yeah, they do.
Oil? Cooking oil.
Why for that? All right, why for that?
Cooking oil. Then.
And for the Americans, pause.
But cooking oil.
No.
What type of oil?
Black oil.
Okay. I mean, no, it's fine.
We'll do another day.
It's fine.
Because it's not on the docket. It's not on the docket.
Yeah. That
oil.
one.
Black oil. I'm talking about the oil that you put in your vehicle. Yes. That oil. Oil. Black oil. All right.
At least it ain't like India where
that's Grenada though. All right. That's what Grenadians do. That's not Jamaica. Jamaican people we're not mess with Ireland. Mad. Not gonna do that. That's not something that we do. But yeah, man, that every culture has something different that they do. The powder thing originated from, I want to say, Trinidad and Tobago. Then Guyana also does it. I attended one of those. They call it a powder party, I think is what it's called. Not powder party. It's
that's practical.
I can't remember the name of it right now from the top of my head, but I've attended parties like that. It's fun. Now, if you obviously got long hair like me, got dreads, yeah, cover up because everything gonna get wet.
Facts.
And trust me when I say these are the parties, because we don't call them parties, we call them fetes. And those are called wet fetes. Let your mind go down the gutter however you want. You're getting wet.
I be seeing people dancing as they're walking to the event.
Yes.
So that it's like as soon as they get out their car,
yes,
they're already like
out their car. You're crazy, dude. From the minute you wake up. Let me tell you something. This is why I love carnival, dude. Carnival is it opens up your spirit. It allows everyone to get into this bubble in a sense from all the Caribbean islands to just do everything they normally do in their country, but in a in a festive area. Everyone, from the moment you wake up, there's one song by Beanie Man and someone else, and it goes, "I'm drinking rum and Red Bull." That's a song that originated from Carnival as well. Why? Because that's the mantra. That's what you do. You wake up in the morning, shot.
Damn.
Shot. What you mean? We starting off with a shot. Damn. Let's get it going. I don't care what shot. Well, actually, I do care what shots, but we're going to start with a shot. After the shot hits, all right, pour up your drink. You get your mixed drink going. Maybe you don't got mixed drink. You do your straight drink. And the whole time, we just drinking rum, Red Bull, whatever, Appleton rum, whatever rum you got, you're drinking that. You got your jug of it. You got your water because you got to hydrate because understand you're going to be in hot ass sun. You got to be smart. You ain't dumb with it. You're going to last long. This isn't like an hour party. This is an all day thing. From the minute you wake up, prepare. If you want to put food in your stomach now so that way you don't throw up later, do it. Because later on, a party is going on. You are dancing. You're going to need energy. You're going to need energy. Like you can't be out there and you pull up to some girl and she want to whine, get loose and you're over here like, I'm tired. She gonna move. What you mean, bro? It's like a game, bro. You gotta warm up. If you don't warm up, you're gonna get substituted out. You gotta warm up. So, yeah, bro. So
Jamaicans started pre-gaming. That's what ultimately.
Jamaican pregame is wild.
Yeah,
First of all, everyone knows Jamaicans at carnivals, they be the wildest. Maybe the Grenadians, because they be doing the oil shit. But Jamaicans wild, because we the ones that'll be on the floor like this, and
I've seen some crazy.
I'm telling you.
Some wrestling moves.
Those things I ain't participating in because my nuts ain't with that. You crazy. I'm trying to.
My body's not with that.
But it gets wild, bro. But the thing about it, not that it just gets wild, but you have fun. No one's doing anything out of malice. You have guys dancing with other guys' girls, and nobody's like.
That's crazy.
Now it don't happen often. It's not an often thing, but it's almost like a small mutual respect in a sense. And I think I saw it from this Caribbean dancehall artist Spice. If you don't know, then look her up. But she had put it like this. She's like, I'm the queen of dancehall. That's what she is, queen of dancehall. She does bending over, dancing. So if I have someone comes up on stage and I'm whining on them, yes, I'm married, but I'm the queen of dancehall. I gotta whine because I'm the queen of dancehall. That's in the hair. That's in the culture. That's what we do. So we expect it's like a flamingo dance. Like that's what you do. That's how you show off. So in that culture, in the sense, it's like if your girl is whining and she's whining good, it's not in any type of malice. Like I'm trying to get with her. It's like, yo, she dancing for the heritage. Like she doing good. Now, when you start getting crazy with it, that's when bad minds start coming in. That's when the liquor really start creeping in. And
it's until you see her start climbing up something to jump down from.
Like,
that's where you're like, oh, wait a minute.
It's cool to do the backup dancing, whatever. That's all cool and everything. But when it starts getting intimate, and you know what the hell I'm talking about by intimate, when it starts getting, they grabbing up and now you got your friends holding you up and shit and you on the ground. Yeah, nah, my girl not doing none of that.
Everybody's hyping
You can get the little wine, whatnot. Also, too, your hands don't need to be nowhere near her ass, all right? Not even her back. Your hands better be like this. Have someone else hold your hands, whatever the case is, but your hands, I need to see them at all times.
So
at that point,
there's some rules.
There's rules, but Caribbean men know these rules. And then you have obviously other Caribbean men that like, yo, you don't touch a woman. Like Jamaican men, don't touch their women, period. Yeah. And Jamaican women will tell you, don't touch them because they will be the ones to set you straight before the man will. Yeah. Because if the man enters it, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
After that, it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, the party's over.
Oh, fuck. Like, because most Jamaican women, they can handle their own, honestly.
They will.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. But we got a little off topic, bro. We got a little off topic. I want to make a little shift here. A little shift.
What we got?
On over to the West Coast. Man, my brother was talking to us the other day and he made up a good valid point. Kind of ran some scenarios. All the Steph Curry lovers that are out there, we always talk about. But what if, with all these changes that we got LeBron over to the East, Giannis still in the East, but now with Miami. Steph Curry right now, as loyal as he's been, he's probably the closest player I can think of that gives the embodiment of a Kobe for playing with his original team kind of deal, or even not even Dwayne Wade, because he left at one point too. But he's one of the very few to stay with their team. And I get it, you're a fan of Steph Curry, always gonna be loyal to Golden State. But if there was a team that he could get traded to on the East, where would you put him?
The most ideal place right now would probably be like Miami. Miami or the Celtics. Miami more so because they're more complete as far as like they have everything minus a guard or minus guards. And you add Steph Curry to that starting lineup with Bam and Giannis, you could potentially, I mean, it's not going to be KD and Klay Thompson in there, right? But because Giannis can't shoot like KD, but Giannis does something KD doesn't, as far as like the post moves and stuff. So I think that would be the closest or the easiest championship he can go into.
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be pretty sweet because there was rumors circulating about potentially Miami wanting Klay Thompson. So
they get Klay Thompson.
If they get Klay Thompson
in the backcourt, and then they have Giannis and Bam.
Curry to South Beach. I mean, if Klay goes there, you would have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, which maybe he might be packaged in a trade or whatever, but be that as it may, Bam Adebayo, Giannis, like, it's not a bad starting lineup.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And if Andrew Wiggins does stay, they got the chemistry already.
I genuinely feel like that's the only team Steph Curry would be willing to go to unless somebody else throws him a crazy bag, because the Celtics, they have history. I don't know if he wants to go play for the team.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. They do have that history. I don't think they'd want to do that. Yeah. That's like a Ray Allen thing all over again.
Yeah. And then like Cleveland, they have history. So while Cleveland would be to add Steph Curry to that Cleveland team with Donovan Mitchell.
Which technically, by the way, if y'all didn't know this little side note, that would be going home for Steph Curry because he was actually born in the same hospital as LeBron James, which is in Cleveland.
Yeah. So but then again, they have history. Yeah. So it's the we beat y'all in the finals kind of thing. And I don't know if Steph Curry wants to go over there.
I wouldn't want to see that. Plus, what do? You make a trade for what, James Harden, I would assume, which that isn't good. It's terrible.
And we talked about like other hypothetical scenarios where like
Jason Tatum moving on to where was it, Miami, I think they said?
Yeah, Jason Tatum going to Miami, or we talked about Steph Curry. How would he fit into a team like the Knicks? But
Which I wouldn't be mad at that one.
I just don't think that the Knicks would even touch that. And I don't think neither party would touch it because Steph Curry understands that is Brunson's team.
Yeah, I feel you.
To come in, you're disrupting a team that's already built. And so I think he would have to find a team that has that gap that he can fit in for.
I wouldn't be mad at him moving over to Miami. That'd be a nice little place for him to go. They don't have a point guard at all. He would ideally be the point guard over there. And then there'd be no one in a conflict as far as who's a superstar because they all play different roles. I mean, Giannis obviously a superstar in his own natural way, but he doesn't play the guard position in any shape or form. So that leaves Curry the room to do whatever he wants on the backcourt.
Up the top, yeah.
And then you have now Bam Adebayo and Giannis who can play in the front court. That works right there. And if they do happen in some form way to get Klay Thompson to that team, if anything, I'd say Klay would be the first one to be going there. And then if possible, maybe Steph. But who knows? Steph, 36 now, 35, I think?
38,
wow.
37, 38.
Wow, 37, 38. I don't really see him moving teams, but I mean, if he's like LeBron and, puts in that time, say, hey, look, I got 2 years left, whatever time that is, says that I want to go to a team that's going to give me a ring, I wouldn't be mad at Miami. I wouldn't be mad at the Celtics. I would be mad at the Celtics. Let me rephrase that. I'd be pretty pissed about the Celtics for a lot of reasons. That's what you mentioned. You beat that team before. For me, being a Knicks fan, now I would have to see that. But I ain't going to lie. Steph Curry with Jason Tatum, you get a young talent, plays that forward position, can shoot threes very well. I'm curious to see. Shit, he would probably teach Jason Tatum some things, and that'd be interesting. I'd hate the shit out of it, but that'd be very interesting.
And they played in the USA team together, so
yeah,
got some history.
But they didn't really play on the USA team because remember, Jason Tatum didn't play. Remember, Steve Kerr was like, nah, I'm gonna run with my usual KD, Steph Curry.
That is true.
So if I'm saying, Tatum didn't get any minutes.
He didn't get,
that was like the big thing. So maybe not. Maybe it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Maybe he'd probably be like, nah, Steph, this is my team.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
So that probably would be a problem. Maybe he might not want to do that. So yeah, that would lead me to Miami could be a front runner. Yeah. If they get Klay, I would, because I know Steph wants to play with his brother again. Like I know it, brother as in Splash Brother, but I just know he would want to. And I don't really see Golden State going back to get Klay right now with everything going on money-wise. So it may not be next year, maybe the season after. I'm not sure when his contract is up. Steph Curry, I'm talking about. I don't know when his contract is up, but I don't know. Sometimes I always wonder if he retires as a Golden State Warrior or if he does want to go for that last, like...
That's a tough decision for him, man. Like, I can't even think about or make that decision for him. It's really I
don't think any of us could.
Because he is the, like you said, the Kobe, the Tim Duncan. He's the franchise player for this team. He has the opportunity. Yeah, he has the opportunity to, like, again, leave the legacy of Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant. So do you let that go for another 2 more rings and protect your own individual legacy as far as like, where you are ranked, or do you maintain the loyalty to this team?
It's
interesting, man. I don't know.
Let us know what y'all think, man. Should Curry stay and keep going and have them see what they can do with the Warriors, or should he, say, hey, look, I did what I could with the Golden State Warriors. I got my rings. I want to get 1 more, but I want to go someplace else. And if he does, where should that be? But no, another team here, Chicago Bulls, they kind of been flying a little bit under the radar right now. Recently, Norman Powell came out and he said that this team could arguably either be really good or really bad. I'm telling you this right now, Norman Powell, you guys have a very strong chance to be really, really bad.
That's crazy that Norman Powell would even just have that subjective thought like that. Like he should just look at it like as positive as possible, being that he's part of that team.
I know they just recently got Peterson, and I know Peterson recently just came out and said, hey, I'm trying to be better than Michael Jordan, which, hey, man, we appreciate you, bro.
You can say anything.
Have that mindset. I'm not here to say, don't be better than MJ, LeBron James, Michael Jackson, the Jacksons, Janet Jackson. Be better than all of them. But let's also come down back to earth again, to the NBA, National Basketball Association. And remember that there are players like Victor Wembanyama, Jalen Brunson, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, hell, even Luka Doncic. Like, remember, there are those other
Anthony
players
Edwards. You have so many
that are still there. So If those guys, as great as they are, have not been even considered, and the only person I can think of is Anthony Edwards, have not been compared to MJ, what makes you think that you about to be?
And I think Anthony Edwards is more his attitude, the way he carries himself, even how he looks, what he looks like, is what they contribute to MJ. And some of his dunks, maybe. But you can't compare his career to MJ. Career wise,
All about having great confidence, kid. Have great confidence. We say it all the time. We talk about Ben Simmons and all that shit, and Russell Westbrook we've talked about, but Peterson, that's might be a little bit overconfident on that one. Maybe swim first, you know? Maybe puppy dog.
Crawl.
You know what I'm saying? Crawl, yeah. Maybe do that first. Maybe start the season first before we start. Yeah,
I don't think the Bulls. I thought last year I thought the Bulls had a good team.
With Buzelis.
Yeah, with Buzelis, but I don't think, seeing what I saw them do last year, I think they're missing more than just player.
Yeah.
They're missing team chemistry. They're missing coaching.
It's sad to say that
there's a lot.
The Bulls, the Chicago
They're
Bulls,
haunted, bro.
as great as they've been, but they've never been as better. They've never been as great as they've been since they've had Michael Jordan. And I'm sorry for the Derrick Rose fans out there. Yes, I get it. MVP, youngest MVP, if I'm not mistaken, but how far did that get him? And y'all can talk about, oh, he got injuries and no. All right. The Bulls have not been great since Michael Jordan. Okay? Not adding Derrick Rose in there because he had that one season, maybe two, before injuries started to come in. Great player. I'm not discrediting him as a player. He obviously got his jersey retired by Chicago, but the Chicago Bulls franchise hasn't been good since Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
It hasn't. And this whole, we're passing the mantle down. No. You're the Chicago Bulls. Y'all are in Illinois.
You guys got to start. You guys got to go back to fundamental basketball.
Yeah.
And remember that Michael Jordan also, while he was Michael Jordan, he had a phenomenal starting five or starting four cast.
Build that again, you know?
Everybody played their role. He would have not won 2-3 of those championships if it wasn't for his role players. If it wasn't for Steve Kerr hitting a timely three, or for Scottie Pippen to block somebody, or for
Dennis Rodman
to get 15 boards in a game.
Yeah.
Right? So Michael Jordan.
There were players that helped out. So if I'm the Chicago Bulls right now, yeah, you guys got the confidence, cool. I'm glad you guys have the confidence. Maybe focus on who your franchise player is. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's Peterson because he's new. No. Maybe figure out who the franchise player is. Once y'all figured out who the franchise player is, then build around that, and then you can go figure some shit out.
I agree.
Buzelis, nice player and all,
Role
not
player.
The franchise player.
Role player. Very good corner shooter.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
put him in the corner.
Figure out who your franchise player is, and then we can kind of revisit the Chicago Bulls again. But until then, Chicago Bulls is really not looking that great. The Wizards look better. All right?
The Wizards do look better, though.
The Wizards look better.
I mean, because, that's
right now, the Chicago Bulls, their best competition is the Charlotte Hornets, and that's saying so much.
Yeah, the Wizards are stacked, though, a little bit.
So much. And with players right now, I mean, we're speaking about teams that are getting, not looked at as much or now want more look. So now a player right now that wants to get a little bit more look is Ben Simmons.
Again, bro?
Yeah, bro, we back to Ben Simmons. Big Ben.
Bro.
And we're not talking about Ben Roethlisberger from the NFL. We talking about Ben Simmons.
How does he get on the news that much, bro?
Bro, you win a fishing championship, of course you're gonna be on the news.
Damn, dog.
Bro, he just heard that his old team that drafted him is getting LeBron James. Yo, sign me up, coach. Put me in, coach.
What does Ben Simmons want?
So apparently Ben Simmons has been circulating right now in the news, but some teams have been reaching out to him to potentially sign him. Multiple teams are actually offering him on a vet minimum to return. The ideal situation is he actually be, a good pickup. Do you think he'd be a good pickup personally? Right now, you're a team in the NBA. Ben Simmons ain't picked up a ball probably on the court in a year, maybe a year and a half, two possibly, because he had the injuries and everything. What team you pick him up on right now?
He is for sure going to be a number 8, number 9 player on any team. First off,
not 8 or 9. Which team is that going to be?
I'd give him 2 seasons with the Wizards and see what you could do.
The Wizards?
The Wizards.
Yeah, 8, 9, 10, more like a 10, 11 at that point. Because with all that size they got there, I don't think they want to use Ben Simmons. You got Anthony Davis, Alex Sarr, AJ.
Or he could go to a stacked team and piggyback.
Go to the Spurs?
Yeah, go to the Spurs, go
OKC?
to OKC, go to He's gonna hurt Miami if he goes to Miami.
Nah, you
Don't
can't go
give
to
him
Miami.
the ball.
Can't go to Miami. I
Yeah.
don't know.
You can't go to anybody that they just got a new team. You can't,
You can't
go
go
to
to any team where you're gonna have to. You can't send Ben Simmons to any team where you potentially have to revisit the fact that he might be the point guard. No,
Yeah.
no. I know back in time that we had the idea that he was a point guard. No, that ship has sailed. We're not doing that no more. Do not give this man the ball. You are strictly either a forward or a center. I'm not even gonna give you small forward.
The only
you can't
time
shoot.
the only time he should be touching the ball is off a rebound
That's it.
or a steal.
Bro, understand Ben Simmons. I get it. You want to be great or you want to do something, bring back into in basketball, but you got to fit in where you can. And bro, you tall. Work on that. You know what I'm saying? Get them rebounds. You could be a double-double nightmare. You can do putbacks galore.
If Russell Westbrook could do it, why can't you?
Dead ass,
You're
dog.
much taller.
And I don't want to hear shit about your back because I know pulling fish uses your back. So I don't want to hear nothing about your back no more. You get the vet minimum, dog? Shoot. But the question was, multiple teams right now offering him, where should he go? Me personally, Ben Simmons has value in the sense coming off of the bench. I'm not going to be saying this guy that didn't play basketball for as long as he did is going to come out and start starting. He's not even going to run with the bench team, to be honest with you. I'm going to put him on the practice for a little bit, see how he does with some rigorous practice work, all right? Maybe after game 20, I'm going to put you in. See where we're at in the league, record-wise. Because I'm not going to risk putting you in there with the whole idea of, it's Ben Simmons. No.
Nope.
No, we're not doing that, all right? What I'm going to be doing is you're going to play with the team, cool, watch. But no. Watch. Remember, vet minimum. Remember that last word. Minimum. Means I'm going to have you do minimum on this team. Okay? Cool. That's what you need to do. And fit that role. Now, if you in that role and you help out, be that team player, be the coach in the locker room.
Great defender.
Great defender, move your way up. You could, who knows, maybe become defensive player of the year. It's still early. We got to crawl before we walk. We don't get there.
But you're tall enough.
But you're tall enough.
And you play a role to where
you're
you
young
can
enough.
dominate.
You could do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something I would do if I'm Ben Simmons. But this whole scoring thing they had some workout videos of him with his shot. I don't know if it's an old video or not.
I want to see a damn shot, man.
I don't want to see you shooting the ball, okay?
Steal. Do something else, dog.
You could be a dynamic defender, dog. Just do that.
Yeah.
All right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 5'9". I'm not playing basketball. Why? I'm 5'9", and I ain't got bunnies like Nate Robinson. So what am I doing? I'm on this show and I'm talking about it. Because that's what I can do. But I'm not out there doing something that I can't. So Ben Simmons, please don't go out there shooting. The only kind of shooting that I should see you be doing is, we're going to let the comments leave that one.
Yeah.
Anyways, last but not least, bro, Zach in the court right now, not the court, I'm sorry, on the octagon, Zuckerberg.
You talking about that floating,
the barge?
The video of him fighting a UFC fighter, or sparring with a UFC fighter on like a barge in the middle of the ocean.
With Marab Dashashvili.
Yeah, that was dope. First off, that shows money. And the second thing that came to my mind is what made you go to the middle of the ocean to do this? I saw somewhere in the comments it said do round 2 underwater.
Nah, bro, we gonna get straight into it, dog. You got time to be out there training with the UFC fighter, but you ain't got time to be doing other things? Come on, we gonna get straight to Mark, what we doing?
What do you think he should be doing?
What we doing, bro? MySpace is on a come up right now.
Oh, MySpace coming back?
MySpace trying to come back.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? I think we's talking about Zuckerberg out here doing UFC fighting, but we ain't talking about other things that Mark probably should be doing as this billionaire. Isn't he a billionaire?
Yeah, he's a billionaire, yeah.
We out here fighting UFC.
Yeah, I agree. I think he has enough troubles in his platform that he's created.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about maybe Meta, your platform that's leaking shit.
Yeah.
So
now you're recording people.
We can do all this attention on you fighting in the UFC, but I see you. You ain't doing something right.
Yeah. So what I would say also though is where's Elon?
Elon somewhere on another barge.
Ain't nobody asked where Elon was. He better be fighting. Remember they were gonna go do a
Elon right now is going through metamorphosis. He's shedding his skin.
You gonna turn into a lizard?
Well, didn't they say he alien or something like that? I figure he's shedding his skin or something. I don't know.
That's so funny.
I'm just, bro. I don't know, dog. I don't know what billionaires do. If they got money to be out in the middle of the sea fighting, meanwhile I'm out here fighting bills.
Yeah, facts.
Like they just finding time to just be in the middle of the ocean. Don't worry about the sharks around us. If we fall in, we're good. Don't worry, the dive team will come get us.
Right, I didn't see like a health boat inside.
They know there was no bars around in case I fall. What if I can't swim?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got gloves on.
And you got gloves.
How you gonna swim?
Like, come on, dog. What am I doing? What am I doing?
That's funny.
What are they doing? So yeah, I don't know what Zuckerberg is doing out there, but he's fighting in the UFC. Marab, which by the way, Marab is no one to mess with.
Hey, Marab is actually all over the place right now.
Yeah.
He is literally coming up everywhere as far as content creating. I've seen him more in videos than I have in the octagon.
Yeah. I think he's retired though, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's
that's what
yeah, he retired, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, but I believe Marab retired. I want to say, I think his father passed away. Someone he knows that he loves passed away, and after that he just decided, yeah, I don't want to.
Oh, I thought that was Khabib.
You know what? I think you're right. That is Khabib.
Yeah, that was Khabib's dad was his trainer.
I'm sorry, guys. Come on. If you look at the photos,
that's fucked up.
If you look at the photos,
I got your back.
They say all of us look alike, so shit.
I got your back.
I can't.
I got your back, kid. Don't worry about it.
I'm just being honest. If the shoe fit, you know what I mean? But yo, viral video going on right now recently, and roll the clip. Recently, this lady here, who you could probably see is in the middle of an intersection, her car clearly in left and drive is going down not even a hill, but going in the middle of an intersection through it, and she is struggling to get this car to stop.
Like her lack of athleticism is insane.
Fuck athleticism, bro. Did I forget to mention that the driver's side door was open the entire time? The entire time.
All she had to do was run.
All she had to do was just hop in the driver's seat, hold the e-brake, put the car in park, or maybe even take the keys out the ignition.
How did all the cars miss her too? You saw like she went through an intersection, no car.
Bro, the comments did her no justice, dog.
The comments was going crazy.
They were going on and on about how she had all the time in the world, just for this car to stop. This first comment, you had way more than enough time. Next one, she walked that car across the street and dumped it in the river. She's out here running in lowercase. I know insurance fraud when I see it. That car was sick and tired of her. She had 7 to 10 business days to get in that car. Dog, this tells you how bad it is. Yo, I don't know how you do it. The car was definitely clearly not a manual car, because that would make sense. But this was an automatic SUV.
Yeah.
Going down an intersection that, need I remind you, was going over the medians.
Yo.
So
we slowed down at that point.
Slowed down.
Almost stopped.
Median,
Almost stopped.
Still didn't have the knowledge to say, hey, let me hop in the car and take the keys.
She has no survival skills.
At all.
Do not leave her in a park.
Whatsoever.
You can't even leave her in a park.
But yo, to these comments, yo, y'all forever win.
Yeah, IG comments are crazy, bro. IG comments, they need their own segments. IG comment, bro, like that's, truthfully, I think at this point, 60% of people watching a post watch the comments.
Yeah, 100%.
Statistically speaking, 100%. Got to, if not more.
100%. But yo, that's all we got. That is the last of everything for this episode. We appreciate y'all being here always. Remember to like, share, subscribe, tell your friend. If you ain't got a friend, make a friend and make sure they subscribe.
Peace. Doses.